This is the FBR Advanced Full Body CrossBell Blast. We're going to start with the diamond lifts. This is a challenging exercise. You're going to be lying down on your stomach. Arms are up in front of your head. You're going to grab the CrossBell and bring the CrossBell up to touch the top of the head. You're going to bring the elbows up off the ground and the rest of your chest as well. So lift the elbows and then the rest of your chest, including the CrossBell. This is really going to work the shoulder girdle muscles and activate and strengthen some of the back muscles. This is a great exercise for posture. You really want to try to lift just about an inch off the ground. Not too much, you don't want to strain your back. Lift the elbows, then lift the chest and head. Keep a nice smooth motion. Try to be as still as possible. We're only going to hold each one for about 10 seconds. Really keeping those muscles working, and then relax. We're moving on to the dead bug. The CrossBell dead bug really challenges your core, and it builds upon the success of one of the other feeling pretty remarkable exercises, the regular dead bugs. We're going to hold the CrossBell over your head and then reaching your arms back about 45 degrees. While you're holding that position, you're reaching the legs down one at a time towards the floor. Try to gently touch the heel and then raise it back up. This whole time you're keeping the core really active. You got to work really hard to keep the spine from lifting up off the floor. You really want to focus on that spine being a nice, solid, stable unit. Reach the leg forward. Keep those arms nice and still, reaching over your head with the CrossBell off the ground. That further activates and challenges your core. Great job. This is the CrossBell side lying leg raise. We're going to take the CrossBell and we're going to put the foot through the hole at the top. Now, if you've got a larger foot, take your shoe off for this one and just use your sock. Raise the CrossBell up into the air, keeping the leg nice and straight. Nice, small, smooth motion. You only want to go through about 10 inches of motion. Raise it up, lower it down. Raise it up, lower it down. You'll really feel this in through the side part of the hips, working specifically muscles called the glute med and glute min. Let's switch to the other side and do another 30 seconds. Put the foot in through the hole. Once again, you can use your barefoot or sock foot. Keep the leg nice and straight. Raise it up, lower it down. Raise it up, lower it down. Try to keep your hips from rolling forward or backwards. Try to stay directly on your side. You can put your hand up along your abdomen to make sure that your core is nice and tight. Raise it up and down. Excellent. Great job. This is the single leg glute bridge. So this is going to further challenge the glute muscles. We're going to hold the CrossBell once again over the head, keeping the arms 45 degrees. Then we're going to perform a glute bridge on one leg. We're only going to have the heels touching the floor. We're going to raise the hips up into the air, trying to get the hips in line with the rest of the body. It's that last inch of motion that is really important. Really focus on contracting in where the bum attaches to the back part of the leg. Switch to the other side and do another 30 seconds. Only the heel touching. Raise the hips. Keep that CrossBell pressing and up over the head, not directly over your face. You want to really make it work the core as you go through and do these glute bridges. Couple more. Great job. This is a CrossBell side plank with shoulder press. We're going to go into a traditional side plank position with the arm extended, feet in a staggered stance, and while holding that position, we're going to press that CrossBell up towards the ceiling and back down. This exercise works so many muscles, we can't even name them all. You're pressing the CrossBell up towards the ceiling and back down. Your legs are working hard, your shoulder girdle's working hard. Switch to the other side now. We're going to do another 30 seconds. Go up into your side plank, one foot in front of the other, arm extended. Try to keep a nice straight line as you press that CrossBell up towards the ceiling and back down. Up towards the ceiling and back down. Keep your head, chest, abdomen, and hips all in one line. Really focus on what you're doing and keep that core nice and active. Couple more. Press it up. Great job. This is the quadruped row with touchdown. We're going to come down onto the hands and knees and then grab the CrossBell under one hand, straighten the opposite leg out and behind, and then as you raise that leg up off the ground, you're going to row that elbow and CrossBell up towards the ceiling. Don't let your lower back rotate. Really focus on raising that leg and pulling with that elbow simultaneously. They have to both work at the same time. We're going to switch to the other side. Straighten the opposite leg out. And then raise it up off the ground as you row the elbow up towards the ceiling. Think about a glass of water sitting on your lower back. You don't want to let that glass of water tip over. So you have to really use your core to try to maintain stability. That's what this exercise is for. Really works those back muscles, shoulder muscles, core muscles, and hip muscles, all with one great exercise. Keep going. Great job. This is the plank to push-up. We're going to start off in a plank position on the forearms, and then we're going to proceed to go up into a push-up position with the arms extended. We're going to alternate from one arm to the other. Up onto the hand, then all the way up into a push-up position, then back down into forearm plank position. To perform this exercise properly, you really need to concentrate on keeping the thighs nice and active. That means squeezing the muscles on the front part of the legs and really keep your core working. This is a tough one to complete for the entire minute, so if you need to take a break, you can, but try to push yourself as much as possible. Up, then back down. We're trying to keep the hips nice and stable, not letting them rotate one side or the other. Great job. That was a tough one. This is the cross crawl. The CrossBell cross crawl is a bit of a challenging exercise for the core and also your coordination. We're going to be lying on your back with your knees bent. Put the CrossBell in one arm, and as you're pressing one knee into the opposite hand, keeping a nice active pressure, knee pushing against hand, hand pushing against knee, you're going to reach the opposite leg down as you reach the CrossBell towards the floor behind you. You're going to feel your core right away with an exercise like this, and you got to really concentrate on keeping that abdomen nice and tight. Switch to the other side for another 30 seconds. Bring the hand over to the opposite knee, press them together, keeping them nice and active, and then reach the leg down towards the floor as you also bring the CrossBell. Keep that knee working against that hand the whole time. Don't let that pressure relax. Keep going. Tighten up that core by drawing that belly button in towards the spine. Don't press your back against the floor too much. Great. This is the reverse lunge with knee raise to rotated press out. We're going to go into a lunge position, stand up, raise the knee, and then rotate and press out. There's a lot of activity with this exercise, so it may take you a little bit of time to get your balance. Step back into a lunge, then step forward, bringing the knee up, and then rotate and press. If you need to step back into the lunge and then put your foot down before bringing it up, that's okay. We got to start somewhere. But if you've been doing your feeling pretty remarkable exercises, you should be able to move on to this exercise. Step back into a lunge, forward, knee comes up, nice and tall. Step back into a lunge, forward, and the knee comes up. Rotate the upper body and press the CrossBell out. We're going to do 1 minute all on one side. And we're going to switch. Great job. Step back into a lunge, bringing the knee up to about belt height, rotate and press. Back into a lunge, knee up to about belt height, rotate, press. Bring it back in, then step back into a lunge. Really break this exercise down into key parts. The lunge, the knee up, then rotate and press. If you stumble a bit, that's fine. Just keep going. Keep that core active. If you lose that connection with your core, you're going to find this exercise much more challenging. Step up, knee comes up, rotate, press. One more. Great job. This is the up, out, side to side. For this exercise, we're really going to work the core muscles while challenging the endurance of the shoulders. Press the CrossBell up, then out in front, then turn to the side, press it out again, turn to the other side and press. Up towards the ceiling, press out in front, turn to the side, press, turn to the other side, press. This exercise is a great exercise for really working deeper abdominal muscles, whose primary role is to stabilize your spine. Press that weight out, turn to the side, press, turn to the other side, press. Up into the air, press it out in front, and then turn your foot, press, turn the other foot, press, and back, up, out, side to side. Keep your spine nice and tall. Don't let it round forward. Turn and press, turn and press. Keep going. Great job. This is the double arm swing. We're going to grab the CrossBell, both hands, swing it down between the legs, and press it up towards shoulder height. Really focus on generating this movement from the hips and knees. Bring the CrossBell down between the legs, and then as you press up, straightening out the legs, you're going to really swing that CrossBell up to about shoulder height. Try to control the CrossBell, only allowing it to go to shoulder height. Don't let it go up any higher. If you don't find it challenging enough, try to increase your speed while maintaining good technique. We're going to do this for an entire minute. Halfway there, keep going. Focus on the hips. Don't let the spine round forward. The head and chest should be nice and tall. You should be looking forward. Swing that CrossBell up to about shoulder height. Nice smooth rhythm. Great job. This is the squat with holdout. We're going to grab the CrossBell, bring it in towards your chest, then go down into a squat while we're holding the CrossBell with the arms extended out in front. This challenges the shoulder girdle and low back muscles to hold that CrossBell in that position while simultaneously working the hip muscles to properly be able to go through a squat. This exercise is a great exercise for your posture. You got to really develop the strength and control in the hips while you're building the endurance and stamina in through the back muscles and the shoulder muscles. As you go down into the squat, keep your head up and nice and tall. Keep the CrossBell really working to keep it out in front the whole time by keeping those arms extended. You shouldn't be able to see the tips of your toes. Keep going. Great job. This is the single leg bent over rows. We're going to bend forward, keeping the spine nice and tall, and we're only going to support ourselves with one leg. With the opposite arm, we're going to row the elbow up towards the side of the body, pulling the CrossBell up and then letting it go back down towards the floor. Keep that spine nice and tall. Don't look down towards the floor immediately in front of you, and keep that belly button pulling in towards the spine. Switch over to the other side. We're going to do another 30 seconds. Stand on one leg. Really actively try to keep that other leg working hard and squeezing the bum muscle, trying to reach that heel towards the back of the room. If you stumble a bit, that's okay. Just put your foot down and start again. Row that elbow up towards the side of your body. Keep your chest nice and tall, head looking forward. Shouldn't be able to see your feet. Great job. This is the CrossBell corkscrew. This is a great exercise for working the abdomen. We're going to bring the CrossBell down towards your side and then rotate and lift it up towards the ceiling on the opposite side. You got to really work hard to make sure that you're lifting the CrossBell up, keeping the spine nice and tall. Don't over rotate. Just bring it up to the side and bring it towards the ceiling. This works some of the deeper muscles in through the back itself and also the abdominal muscles, the oblique muscles. Very important with maintaining good stability on the spine. Now we're going to do another 30 seconds on the other side. Bring the CrossBell down towards the side, press it up towards the ceiling. Down, up. Try not to let the spine round out. Keep it nice and tall, keeping your head and chest nice and tall. Down towards the side, and really focus on keeping the legs nice and springy through this motion. That'll help protect the spine. You can also try to look through the hole at the top and then look through the hole as you bring it to the side. Great job. We're going to move into single arm swings. With any of the swings, you're going to focus on generating the movement from your hips. Bring the CrossBell up to about shoulder height as the hips power themselves forward, swinging the CrossBell up. Bring it down between the knees, letting the knees bend. Nice smooth motion. Now, because you're doing this on one side, you're really challenging some of the rotation muscles in your body. This is going to build their strength and endurance to help protect your spine for everyday activities. Nice smooth motion. Keep going. Keep going. All right, we're going to switch over now to the other side and go. Really focus on the hips. This mainly comes from the hips. The weight just happens to be attached to the hand. Bring it down between the knees and then up towards the shoulder height. Focus on nice, smooth motion. Keep that core active by drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Try to move through this exercise, getting as many reps as you can for that entire minute. Keep going. Really try to build that endurance. The more endurance your muscles have, the better they'll be able to go through the day and help you with improving your posture and preventing things like low back pain. So get a few more reps in. Keep going. Great job. This is the CrossBell deadlift to upright row. We're going to bend forward, bringing the CrossBell down towards the floor with keeping the legs somewhat straight but not locked out. So that means not letting your knees press all the way back. Bring the CrossBell down towards the floor, and then as you come up, bring the CrossBell just up in underneath of your chin. You really want to bend forward for this motion from the hips, letting the knees bend just slightly, but really focus on hinging from the hips themselves. Keep your feet planted on the floor. All the motion coming from the hips, letting the knees bend slightly, not rounding out in the back. And as you stand up, bring the weight up underneath the chin, pulling the elbows up to about shoulder height. Great job.